Hello, this is Jeana. Welcome to Art of Skincare. Today we're having a live discussion on hormone replacement therapy. This has been a hot topic for quite a while now. I know if you guys are on social media, you're seeing TikTok people, YouTube people, Instagram people. Everybody's talking about hormone replacement therapy. And this doesn't only affect women, but also men. So last time I did a little show, we talked a bit about the Emepelle products and the MEP that's in this product to help with loss of hormone, the hormone estrogen on the receptors in the skin. And I had questions from men wanting to know, well, do men actually need a cream like this as well? And so since that time, and then I have been doing more research, really looking in and diving in and saying, okay, what's going on in men's skin as they age? Is there a loss of estrogen with men? And it's been pretty interesting. So today we're going to talk about this big topic. I want to start out by saying that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a research scientist, so I'm not recommending that anyone go on HRT or not go on HRT. I'm really leaving that up to you guys, and go talk to your doctors, somebody that you trust in that. But what I do want to address is some of the ideas that are being floated out there on social media. So all of this started coming to a head last year. New York Times in February published an expose, an article. One of their writers was starting menopause herself, started doing some research, and really started looking at HRT and the history of it. And what she found was that in the 90s, there were about 15 million people using HRT, hormone replacement therapy. And then in the early 2000s, there was some kind of a study that was done that came out, as many of you know, it came out in 2002 and reported that estrogen therapy was contributing to health problems for women, cardiovascular issues, and on and on. And so pretty much from that time on, many women stopped using, and many doctors stopped using and recommending HRT therapy. So what came out in the New York Times article, what was exposed, was that research was flawed. And all the research that's been done since then is actually pointing in the opposite direction, that hormone therapy used correctly actually prolongs the life of women. It prevents many diseases and degenerative conditions for women, and on and on. So women are excited about this, and some women are feeling pissed off. They feel like they were misled. And so there's a lot of information being shared all over social media. And where this comes into play for me is in regards to the skin. So my biggest concern, well, let's talk a little bit about what happens in the skin when your hormones start to decline, when you start to hit perimenopause and beyond. And even for men who don't have menopause, they are also seeing a drop in hormone levels in their skin that's related to aging. So in everyone's skin, we have estrogen receptors. And that estrogen receptors in our skin stimulate a lot of the healthy processes in the skin. They actually stimulate collagen production. So what we've found in studies is that for women, once you start going through menopause, in the first 5 years, you lose 30% of your collagen production. And then each year after that, you lose another 2% of collagen production. And what they found is that you lose 1% per year after that of skin density. You guys hear me talk a lot about skin density, wanting to keep that skin plump and healthy. And so when you start seeing that loss of skin density, that loss of collagen, the skin starts thinning. We start seeing capillaries through the skin because the skin is thin. The skin starts getting very dry, uncomfortable, itchy, and all of those kinds of issues. So the estrogen receptors in the skin are not getting triggered. So there's some ideas going around now that, well, let's put our estrogen creams from our doctors or wherever we're getting them, and let's apply them onto our face. So I want to address that a little bit and share some of my experiences working with clients who are on HRT and who are not on HRT and what's happening for them. So a few years ago, let's see, maybe 3 years ago, I brought on the product line Emepelle, which is a beautiful skincare line for women who are in menopause and beyond menopause. And what happens with Emepelle is that they created a particular ingredient. It's called MEP or MEP. That MEP ingredient binds with the estrogen receptors in the skin and triggers that collagen producing response that we want. The beauty of MEP is that it does not go into the bloodstream. So we're not messing with the internal hormones and hormone balances in our body, because as you know, it's a very delicate system. And in my experience, it's not good to just do hormone therapy without having a doctor supervising you, doing some tests and making sure that your hormones are staying in a healthy range and a healthy balance. So the beauty of Emepelle is that we can put this on anywhere on our body and it stays on the surface. It doesn't penetrate in, it does not go in and affect our hormones. The beauty of this product is that yes, men can use this. When men start seeing that thinning of the skin, the loss of collagen production, these products can be really wonderful for them. For me, let's see, I had my last cycle when I was 55. I'm 60 now, and I would say by time I was 56, 57, I was really noticing the changes in my skin. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to embrace this. It's okay. Aging is good. Aging is beautiful, and I can be okay with it. And then Celine, our little genius when it comes to skincare products and finding really amazing brands, she found this and brought it in and put it on my desk. And I think it took me a year before I finally started putting it on my face. I think some of you guys were actually saying to me, have you tried the Emepelle yet? So I started using the Emepelle, and they say it takes 6 to 8 weeks to see a difference in your skin, but I saw a difference in my skin within a few weeks. And then 6 months later was even better. A year later was even better. And what I really saw was an improvement in the texture of my skin everywhere, in the hydration of my skin, and a plumpness that returned to my skin. I was starting to get very thin skin, just starting to really see that starting to sag along here. So I was really happy to find the Emepelle products and incorporate them into my skincare routine. Now, understanding that it does not go into your blood system, doesn't mess with your hormones, I know now I'm going to actually get my husband started on it as well and have him start using the products and doing some testing with him, because none of these products have been tested. Emepelle did not do any testing on men. They didn't think of it. So I'm going to start playing with it and testing it on some of the men in my life who are at that stage where they're starting to see some decrease in the hormone levels. Now, several times people have reached out to me and they've said, well, I'm on hormone replacement therapy. I'm putting on an estrogen patch or an estrogen cream. I don't need to put that on my face. And at first I thought, okay, and it's true. If you are doing hormone replacement therapy, you will see some improvements. If it's right for you, you will see improvements in your skin, your body, your joints, your mind, all of that. But I have many clients in the last 3 years since we've been using Emepelle, many clients who are on hormone replacement therapy but weren't seeing what they wanted to see on their face. and they've added in the Emepelle products to their skincare routine, and it's been amazing for them. The before and after pictures are really amazing. We're seeing amazing differences in their skin. So what we're finding is that even people who are using hormone replacement therapy actually benefit from putting the Emepelle products right onto their skin and hitting those estrogen receptors directly that way. So an offshoot of that is that people have been asking me, well, can't I just put my hormone replacement cream right onto my face? And my answer has been, yes, you can. However, you need to be careful because there's usually a measured amount of cream that you use each day. And you don't want to overload your system if you're applying it to your neck, chest, your entire face. It's probably more estrogen cream than you're supposed to be using. So I just want to put a cautionary note on that. And if you're doing that, to be sure that you are really checking in with your doctor and getting regular testing done and being sure that your hormones are staying in balance. I know that the studies have not been done on putting hormone replacement therapy on your skin. The studies that went with the use of MEP and Emepelle products were pretty astonishing. I think it's something like 94% of the people who use these products saw a difference in their skin within the 8-week period. And the skin was more moist, the skin was firmer, and it's a slightly smaller number, but a good number of people also saw a reduction in the lines and things on their skin. So those kind of studies are really important. When we don't have those studies, we're just kind of using ourselves as a study. We're being our own guinea pig and trying things out. And that can be okay, but try and do that. My recommendation is to do that wisely. Do it under the care of a professional and have guidance. Most lines for aging are going to contain some really key ingredients. You're going to see things like retinol, vitamin C, peptides, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. You're going to find those kind of things in really high quality, good skincare for aging skin. However, this company uses all those great products all those great ingredients in their product, but they've added to it the MEP or the MEP so that you're getting that extra benefit from that. There's no other skincare line that I have found yet. And I keep getting curious because I keep seeing ever since last year when those articles came out and everybody's talking about menopause, I've seen the launch of several new brands of skincare for menopause. So then I go and I start looking at the ingredients in them and I'm not impressed. They're not really addressing menopause so much as they're just addressing that those healthy aging concerns, those anti-aging concerns. They're putting the vitamin C in there, the peptides and things like that, but they're not really going after those estrogen receptors in the skin that are really triggering the problem and the loss of collagen. So nothing else that our skincare compares, and nothing else that I found in the world yet compares to the Emepelle Serum and the Emepelle Night Cream. The serum replaces any other vitamin C serum that you have. It's a hydrating serum, an antioxidant serum, and it has the peptides. So if you're one of those minimalist people that wants to get it all in one product, you can easily do that with their serum and then just put on a simple moisturizer that you love over the top and a sunscreen. The serums, I know the other complaint I hear from some people is these products are too expensive. They are very expensive, but you have to keep in mind that they last a long time. I get so that I'm using this on my face, my neck, my arms, my chest, and it still lasts me for months and months, and same with the night cream. So they really do last a long time. So you do get a good value for your money. The night cream is fantastic. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, niacinamide, it's got retinol in it. So this replaces your retinol cream. It's also got the MEP in it. Now the beauty of this retinol is that it does take into consideration menopause and the dryness that we have with menopause. Because a lot of times once we hit menopause and we start putting retinols on our skin, they're too drying for us. And our skin looks very dry, can become crepey. The Emepelle night cream is very soothing, anti-inflammatory, and very hydrating. So it's putting its retinol in a very hydrating base, which is really lovely. Not many retinols do that. Just had to share my 2 bits. Just seeing so many things on TikTok and YouTube, and they're not always doctors or people who really know anything. You've really got to be skeptical and careful when you see people just saying things like, put your HRT all over your face. Unless your doctor has recommended that you do that, I wouldn't do it. I would ask and, find out what you should be doing with your hormone balance, because hormones are a tricky thing. And even if you're just putting a 3% on your face, you need to be doing some kind of regular tests or paying attention to your body and noticing if you are having ill effects from too much estrogen, especially for men. Men do decline in estrogen as well, but putting too much estrogen on a woman or too much estrogen on a man or too much testosterone or too much progesterone, it messes with your perfect balance that we're supposed to have. So we want to have professional advice when we're doing that and not take advice off of our social media people that we like to watch. I really enjoy this topic. I enjoy talking with you guys. If you have any more questions, reach out to us on our live chat. We're always there to help you and help you put together a routine. If you do watch this and get started on the Emepelle products, I'm going to tell you right now, they feel tingly on the skin. They feel active. So just putting on the serum, your skin's going to feel a little tingly, even maybe get a little bit pink. For most people, not everybody, but most people are going to feel that. And I want you to know that that is completely normal and to be expected. With the night cream and the serum, they do feel active on the skin, and it's not a negative thing. And getting that blood circulating is not a negative thing. It's actually a good thing. So if you decide to give them a try, we also do have, with the purchase of these products, any of the Emepelle products, you get a free travel size of the eye cream. So if you haven't tried these yet, just getting the serum and the night cream is a good place to start, because you're going to get your eye cream for free. So it's not going to be the full size, but it's a pretty good size one. I should have brought one in to show you guys. So that's it, you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all again next week.